Okay, I don't know about you guys, but for some reason I keep wanting to call this month August. I must be tripping. I'm out of the time loop, what have you. But all I know is we're almost done with 2022 and it is entirely nuts to me. Thank you. And thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to the Pixie Palace. And today we are back for the weekly Oracle card reading starting November 6th, 2022. I cannot believe we are in November already. And of course, I'm going to say that every single month. But it's blowing my mind right now that we're almost into Thanksgiving. It's totally nuts. Fuck me. A lot of things are going on today. It's like I can't get any distraction on what I'm doing. But anyway, the collective message is basically the energy going on right now is a lot of us are really focused on our journey, on our creative process, whatever form that's in. And we're really seeing that momentum, especially over the past couple months. However, going into the holidays, it can be a bit of a stressful time, and just everyday life can be overwhelming. So we are told to keep going, but also find that happy balance where you are taking care of yourself. As we go into this week's reading, I'm noticing there's an energy coming through that is all about balance. And while that's my normal mantra, and I do talk about that a lot, there's a real emphasis on this right now. Because a lot of us are working towards our goals. We're really working hard, which is a great thing to do. But sometimes we may work a little too hard, or we'll become really lax. It can go either way. And we're being told to find that happy medium as best as we can. It's not going to be perfect. It doesn't always stay that way. So a lot of the time each day we have to make a choice to keep going or to tweak something that isn't working for us. And that's totally fine. But it's just a matter of recognizing when we need to take a moment to breathe, when we need to relax, maybe take the day off and not feel bad about it, or the time that we really do need to hustle a little bit, for a lack of a better word, and to put a little extra energy into the process. Now, our creative journey can look different. It can be kind of like what I'm doing, the media content creation. It could also be any other kind of business or hobby that you're doing. It doesn't have to be totally limited to that, though. It can be being the better version of yourself as you do the shadow work. It can be about being a even better parent, or being a friend that shows up for someone who's in need, or just or getting better at cooking that meal that you burn every time you make it. It could be something simple as that. But whatever it is, we have to find that balance. It's a yin and yang, and there is no one without the other. It's just what we choose to give energy to. So just remember that as you're going through this week, especially since we're going into the holiday season, and a lot of the time a lot of us get very overwhelmed with that. Just remember to take a step back if you need to. Take a breath. Take care of yourself. It's a miracle I'm getting through this video today. And just remember that you are doing the best you can with the tools that you have. Keep learning, keep growing, but doesn't mean you have to burn yourself out or sleep when you're dead. I don't agree with that at all, even though we may joke like that sometimes. I don't agree with that philosophy, because if you don't rest, you don't recharge, you don't take care of yourself, you're not going to be the best that you can be. You're not going to be able to show up for others and support them like as they may support you. So definitely remember that as you go into your week and are working hard. Definitely keep working, keep going for your dreams. The universe supports that. But the universe also supports you taking a rest, because that's productive in itself, recharging your batteries. So it's a very simple message. It's kind of a repeated message, but there's a lot of emphasis in that energy. So obviously I wanted to share that with you guys. So as we go into the reading, I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm very curious to see what the universe will have to say this time around. And yeah, we're going to see if I get through that video without being interrupted. And you want to take a bet that won't happen. But we'll roll with the punches and just enjoy anyway. Because we're in live chat, we're probably just yakking away anyway. So let's go to the fun. And here we are for the main part of the video. As we go into this week's card reading, I'll be using the usual deck, Oracle of the Fairies by Karen Kay, and artwork by Ginger Kelly. I always have a link down in the description below in case you want to buy your own deck or even see what other decks are available through Amazon. As we go into it, we're going to see what the energies have to tell us this time around, because it's a little bit wonky right now. A lot of people are starting to see really good things manifesting in their lives, but there's a lot of little chaotic synchronicities going on as well. So it'll be very interesting to see what transpires. So let's get into it. Okay, these are the 3 cards that popped out this time around. And as you can see, there's quite a bit of different energies in this, as I was predicting. And I really think there's going to be a lot of resonance for all of us in probably all of these cards on one level or another. First of all, we have abundance, then ask for help, and last but not least, temptation. So let's get into the actual specific messages. The first card is abundance. Prepare yourself for incoming abundance. Release any mental blocks you may have. In fairyland and human land alike, there is enough abundance for everyone. And this is so, so true. A lot of us tend to lose sight of that. When we are going after a financial goal or just having more abundance of some sort in our lives, we tend to really focus on that so much that we feel that if we don't focus on it really hard to make it happen, we won't get our share. And what I mean by this is there is enough for everyone. There's always abundant energy waiting to be yours. And when we're in an abundance mindset, it does come easier to us. If we feel that we do have abundance already in what we have, more abundance comes in. It all goes into the law of attraction. And whether we believe in the actual philosophy of law of attraction, energy never lies. So when we are in a lack mentality and we say we're poor, we say we're broke, we say, oh, I don't have enough money for this and that, abundance doesn't come in easily, if at all. And it's a very resistant energy to the abundance light. So when we start changing our mind shift just even a little bit to, it is already mine, it's on the way, or I have abundance in what I already have. And you probably know what I'm going to say here, but gratitude is a big component into attracting more abundance in your life. Because the universe sees that when you're grateful for what you already have, even if it's only a little bit, it'll match that vibration. And it'll want to give you more abundance. Basically, the universe matches whatever energy we're in. There's real no right and wrong with it. If we're in a blah energy, the universe will support that. If we're in a lack mentality, again, the universe will support that. But if we're in an energy of gratitude and love, the universe will also support that. And it's not a form of punishment. It's not a form of, oh, this person can have that, but you can't. It's nothing to do with that. It's just what your mindset and your heart is at. And anyone who says once you have that mindset, you'll never think like that again, probably hasn't made that mindset shift themselves. Yes, of course, we're going to slip once in a while. We're going to get frustrated by certain things in life. That is part of the human existence, in addition to all the good things. But it's whether we stay in that energy. Yes, feel it, process it, be in it for a short time, but then be mindful in how you think from then forward. Catch yourself. Go, oh, okay, I'm thinking that way again. How can I reword that thought? So when we are in that abundant energy, whether we're trying to attract love, money itself, good health, or just a good life experience, we will attract that in. So this week, it will be an abundant week for you in one form or another. And it's not always money. It could be in a lot of different things, whatever resonates for you. So as you go into the week or any time forward, if you're watching this at another time, just be mindful in what you're telling yourself. Be mindful of the self-negative talk, thinking that you can't have abundance because there's not enough to go around. There's always enough to go around. That's just how the energy works. It's just the society has conditioned us to thinking there's only a limited amount. So we go into that FOMO mentality, or we get jealous of others, or covet what they want, or what they have. Second card is ask for help. Angels are celestial beings who protect everyone, and the fairies say now is the time for you to ask for angelic assistance. Not everyone believes in the angelic energy, and that's okay. It's whatever works for you. But it is a time to ask for help. You may be used to doing things on your own. You may be fiercely independent. I know I am. And sometimes that's to a fault. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. Asking for help is actually a smart thing, as long as it's not overdone on the other extreme, when you know you can help yourself. It's finding that happy medium where you do things for yourself, you're independent, you are efficient, and you do serve with a full tank. However, sometimes we can't do everything ourselves, and sometimes we can delegate things to others, especially if it's a business thing, and they can do it better than we would, just because we may not have the time and energy to do it in addition to everything else we're doing. Also, this may be a call for you to help someone else. You may see someone struggling in your family or your friends, or even as Timmy scratches in the post. While it's good that we ask for help when we need it, there are some people who just won't ask for help. But you can see that they're struggling, or they might need an extra hand if they're going through a hard time. This is the time to go ahead and do it. There's some people who do need to be asked. You don't want to intrude. You don't want to do it in a forceful way. But if you see that they might need an extra hand, or maybe just an ear to listen, what have you, offer your assistance. And sometimes if you're having trouble with your own life and struggles, it actually helps you to help someone else. It's a very give and take kind of energy. And it feels good to help someone else because you know you're making a difference. And that has a ripple effect. Because when we help one another, we both grow, we both expand in our awareness and in our creative journey, whatever journey that may look like. We're also having a ripple effect in the collective because one of us may be more willing to help someone else or may do a better job at something because we were helped. See, there's a lot of different layers to asking for help. That's why it is a sign of strength, not weakness. It's so important for people to know that because we have been conditioned once again to see it as a sign of weakness, that we have to go, hustle, 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 do everything all by ourselves or game over. That's not the case. Now more than ever, people are working towards a common goal, or they're just going out of their way to help one another, uplift one another, whether it's a physical thing, a spiritual lesson, or just even giving a hug or a smile when they need it. Maybe they feel like everything's against them in the world. And just one little smile, one little hug can make all the difference in the world. It's amazing what little things are so powerful to others. So don't be shy, ask for help, offer your assistance, make sure it goes both ways, and do it for the honor of helping someone, not with an agenda. So this week, ask for help. So just remember that as you're going through the week, even when you have a time of frustration, it will come forward. But we just have to have the right mindset. And finally, we have temptation. How many of us deal with this? If you're not raising your hand, you are not being honest. We all deal with it in one form or another. Are you in denial about an unhealthy habit, perhaps one that makes you feel guilty? This fairy says you have the power to overcome temptation, whatever its guise. Now, I am going to put a disclaimer on this. Not all temptation is horrible. Sometimes it's a good thing, depending on the situation. Sometimes you just gotta have that little extra piece of chocolate. Or sometimes you just need to slow down and relax a little bit when you know maybe you should be working, but one day is not gonna hurt you. That kind of productivity can actually be very restorative for you to continue on your journey. But in this energy, it's basically talking about unhealthy temptations. And that could be a variety of things. It could be smoking, eating too much or eating the wrong things, drinking, gambling, sex addiction, drugs. I mean, it could be a lot of different things. It just depends. But it could be also slacking off a project you're supposed to be doing with your business or work, skipping school, whatever. This is the time that you have to ask yourself, what is it that you get out of succumbing to that temptation? Why are you tempted? Are you bored? Are you lonely? Are you stressed? And try to figure out what those triggers are that make you do that habit. That's the first step. First step is really acknowledging it, but also figuring out why the temptation gets you every time. Also, while you're in this process, be gentle with yourself. Don't blame yourself. Don't self-negative talk. You're human. Unfortunately, we all go through things in our lives that we have to learn from, and sometimes it is a hard way. But as long as we eventually get to the point that we commit ourselves to doing better and rising above it, all is not lost. As long as we learn something from this, we will go forward in a better path. So in this time period, the universe just wants you to take a look at any unhealthy habit you might have without judgment and see how you can turn those around. If you need support from someone, let them know. If you think you can do it on your own, and maybe write a list of pros and cons as to how the temptation helps you or hinders you, whatever it is. Now, if you're worried about those extra bag of chips once in a while, I think you'll be okay. We're talking about more serious things. And a lot of the time when we're tempted by things, it really is a different root cause of it. It could be from trauma. It could be from a lot of things. But when we're in denial of it, we never can really fix it. We can never get out of that vicious cycle. And at the time, we may not want to, because there may be other things that's covering it, other pains that we don't want to deal with. Again, this is not going to happen overnight, and you don't have to take huge leaps and bounds right now. Just taking that first step is a big, big step. I'm choosing my words wisely just because I don't want anyone to judge themselves, because we get judged enough for our own temptations. We get judged enough. We judge ourselves anyway, but this is not where self-judgment has a place. Be gentle with yourself, but also be firm. Set boundaries for yourself and see what you can do about changing this around. You'll get there. You just have to choose to do so. Well, there you have it. Those are the 3 cards for this week. I really liked the messages. They were very diverse, but kind of unified all at once. It's really interesting how the universe channels these messages through. Remember that you always are abundant in one form or another, but don't be afraid to ask for help and take a look at those temptations that are hindering your success in your journey. If you like these kind of readings, please feel free to click like and subscribe. It helps my channel grow, but more importantly, it gets the messages out there to those who need them. I really want to thank you all for your love and support. The channel keeps growing each week. It amazes me to see how many beautiful people are in the Pixie Dust community. So again, I thank you, and there's plenty more where that came from. And again, always keep an eye on my community tab There's always morning inspirational posts to start your day off right, or there may be a recommendation of somebody's channel or video, and also upcoming events that you should be aware of on my channel. So as we wrap up this video, I want to wish you guys a wonderful week. Keep going for your dreams and always know you are enough. Until the next time, to know yourself is to know your truth. Namaste. Keep going forward. Yes. Oh my god, my hair is like a mess right now. But Timmy, can you get your rear out of my card reading? And today we are back for the weekly Oracle card reading starting October, and I am not in the right month. Okay. Something about this card. This card is making me cannot. Let's try this again. There has been a I can't talk today. Unhealthy habit. That could be smoking, drinking, gambling, sex addiction, Oh yeah, that was good. This card is tempting me to kick Timmy's booty. Thank you.